And that is the Enforcement Intervention Committee. And I believe that the chair did have to drop off, but Mary Fagan, our vice president, will be facilitating this section of the committee meetings today.
All right, I'll give it a go. I'm going to put up the next. Okay. First thing we need to do is establish a quorum. So I'd like to call for roll. I think Imelda's not available. Betty Woods?
Here.
And Trish?
Yes, present.
Okay, and Mary Fagan, I'm here. So our next agenda item, I think, is minutes. Is that correct?
Board moderator, are you able to advance the slide, please?
Here, I can pull it up on my end. Yeah. Oh, it's public comment, not agenda. Okay, yeah. So board moderator, will you please open up for comments not on the agenda?
The comment now, I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember, you will have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Vice President Fagan, there are no public requests for comment. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. Okay, the next item on the agenda is to review and vote on whether to approve the previous meeting minutes from January 13th.
I move approval of the minutes from the January 13th, 2022 meeting. Woods.
No, there are some edits I think that we need to make to those minutes. I'm going to pull this up again. There is on item 9.0, it says Imelda called the meeting to order at 10:03 a.m. All members were present and a quorum was established at 9:37 a.m. So I think she called the meeting and established a quorum at 9:37. But the meeting, I think, actually ended at 10:03. And then the other change, I think, is item 9.3. The title is Nurse Practitioner Advisory Committee Updates, informational only, and that's not the topic for this. That was for the Nursing Practice Committee. So
I can have board staff update those, so you can do a motion to accept with the 2 corrections that you've identified here.
okay,
So moved.
and I'll second that. Okay, so we take this to public comment.
Public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember, you will have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Vice President Fagan, there are no public requests for comments. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to accept the Enforcement Committee Intervention meeting minutes from January 13th with edits as noted. Oh, we're voting. I already did the move, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so there is a motion. So we'll call this to a vote. Mary Fagan, I vote yes.
Woods, yes.
Win, yes.
Okay, the motion passes. And now 9.3, we have an enforcement update. I think Shannon Johnson, is it you?
Yep, it is me. I just unmuted. Thank you. Hi, everybody. So I will be presenting agenda item 9.3 for enforcement and investigations. There's not a whole lot of update from last time. I just want to point out a few highlights. We're still working with the Office of Organizational Improvement, OIO. We've just are just wrapping up with our complaint intake unit and are in the process of completing the mapping process for that. And what the mapping process is, it's going to help us map out our process, our case flow, to help us see where we can make efficiencies. And we'll be doing that with all of the units within enforcement. So I'm excited to have complaint intake almost done and dive into where those efficiencies can be made so we can make any adjustments coming up. We've also, as you know, have had a couple high-level vacancies. Both of the deputy chiefs in the enforcement division have been vacant. There's one for complaint intake intervention, and then the other deputy chief is for the discipline probation units. We have conducted the second interviews for both of those, and I'm hoping to have these two offers made by the beginning of April. Also, I would also like to announce that our supervising special investigator of Central California, Carolyn Springer, has announced her retirement. It will be effective September 22nd officially, but her last day working with us will be March 31st, 2022. And I just want to take this opportunity to wish her well in her retirement and let her know that we're all very jealous of her. But yeah, so I'm sure she'll enjoy that. And so we will be looking to backfill her position very soon. Complaint intake, as I said, with complaint intake, so we're still moving on with the OIO mapping. We're going to be moving on, I believe they're going to be doing the probation unit next. We are still looking for, we're still looking for expert consultants, expert practice consultants, mostly in the areas listed within the agenda item summary, but of course we're always looking for all positions. So long-term care, skilled nursing, geriatrics, acute rehabilitation, hospice, home health, OP, ambulatory clinic, and then cosmetic, Botox, laser arena. So the information's there. If there's anyone interested in being an expert practice consultant for the board, there's some links within this agenda item summary. So you can go and look at what the criteria is, and there's an application there as well. Investigations, we're still moving along with the pilot that we have going on with Division of Investigations. And we've been doing that, I believe, since way before 2020. So we are, we just signed it. So we have until the end of this year. So this will run till December 31st, 2022. Let me see here. And that's been going on since 2019. Discipline unit, for the discipline unit, we are still maintaining our levels of cases and our AG casing times, where there's about 9% as of the end of February that were over a year at the Attorney General's office. And as you can see from Table B, we're pretty consistent in the last couple years of the number of cases or average cases per case analyst. And that holds true for probation as well. But we're a little lower than we were at February last year this time, dropped from 87 to 84. And then the intervention program, we have 9 vacancies currently with the intervention evaluation committee members. They are, there's a couple in the Bay Area for a public member and a registered nurse, one in Los Angeles for a physician. We have one in Irvine for a physician member. We have a Fresno vacancy for a registered nurse. Palm Springs, we have a physician member vacancy. Ontario has a public member vacancy. And then Northern California, there's a physician vacancy, and Santa Ana, a registered nurse vacancy. And also there's a link in the agenda item summary as well, if anybody would like to go and look at how you could become an intervention evaluation committee member. And there is an application there as well to fill out if you are interested in that. And then attached is the tables with all of the statistics, and all of the data is as of March 3rd. Of course, though, the last table, which is table E, that is the year to date for fiscal year 21-22. So we've included the last couple months. I believe last time we only had through December, so now we've been able to include January and February as well. Are there any questions on 9.3? Okay.
All right, no questions. Thank you, Shannon.
Either there's no questions or everybody's so tired at the end of the day.
Thank you. That was very
Okay.
good.
Okay, so I will go ahead and move on to 9.4, and that is the appointment, or in this particular case, I believe it's the reappointment of 3 of our intervention evaluation committee members. And let me make sure I have the correct one. I believe it is Lisa Martinez, RN, nurse member in Fairfield, Diana Alvey, LA, and excuse me, Lisa Martinez is a reappointment, and her term expiration would be June 30, 2026. Diane Alvey is a nurse member yes.
And can I interrupt really quick? Did we go to public comment for 9.3?
Oh, I'm sorry, we did not. No.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
know there's no motion needed, but we do need to open it
Yeah.
up for public comment.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You can tell I'm a rookie. So let's go to public comment for Shannon's update.
Public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you will have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Vice President Fagan, there are no public requests for comment. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. Okay, now we'll move on to 9.4.
Okay, so just to reiterate, these are 3 reappointments for the intervention evaluation committees. The first one is Lisa Martinez as an RN member in Fairfield. Her term would end June 30th, 2026 if she's reappointed. We have Diane Alvey, who is also a nurse member in LA, and her term would also expire June 30, 2026. Diane Souza, she is a public member in San Diego, and her reappointment would expire June 30, 2026 if reappointed. So at this time, I'll just call for a motion to approve the reappointments.
I move to approve the reappointments of the 3 intervention evaluation committee members. I'd like to take this to public comment or any other comment from the board. Nope, let's go to public comment.
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for a comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember, you will have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Vice President Fagan, there are no public requests for comment. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Can I just ask who the second was on that vote or on that motion?
It was Tricia. Sorry, I should have said that.
That's okay. Thank you very much, Tricia.
Okay, I think we move on to the next item, 9.5 is we have to vote. Yes?
We need to vote.
Yes.
Okay. It's getting late. Okay. I'd like to call a vote for the motion. This is Mary Fagan. I vote yes.
Woods, yes.
Win, yes.
Okay. So that passes. And our next item is adjournment. So I think we're done for the day. Thank you.
For committees.
Oh,
That
you're
is
right.
done. We
Closed.
do have to go to closed session now for our board meeting to close out.